Hello, and welcome back to my creative corner. I am still working on and preparing for Bliss You, the beautiful bundle of self care for challenging times that opens next week. I have been cutting a second stitch book, the one that I showed you last week, and I am going to record that to go into the Bliss You course container. So this one, I finished stitching a beautiful spine. So I think this one is ready now for the entries within. Again, that will also be in the course. So yes, you can still join. I'll leave the link below. Really looking forward to this. It's really good. So challenging times. Yes, this week has been a challenging week for me. Some of you may know, others may not, then I'll tell you now. This was the anniversary, the first anniversary remembrance of my partner's passing. So it was an emotionally charged week for me. And how do I get through these things? So first of all, I did catch up with a lot of friends. That feels good. That always feels good, connecting and reaching out to others. And also my creative expression. Creative expression has always been my medicine, my healing tool, my drug of choice, if you will. And it's a safe drug because this addiction is safe and infinite. Like you can use creativity as much as you like and it never runs out. And the more you do it, the better it gets. And so today I thought I'll also share with you my creative intelligence journal. This was part of another challenge that I set myself a while ago. I often set myself challenges. And why do I do that? It's to encourage, to nudge myself, to help, to create. When you feel overwhelmed, when you feel sadness, emotionally drained, fear, anxiety, all those kind of emotions, when you feel deeply and you start to have this conversation, this inner conversation with yourself, like, why am I here? What is my purpose? What does it matter? And all that. I need to remind myself that here I am and that matters. Here I am and that matters. I matter. Here you are and you matter. The next step is forward. And how do you get forward? How do you manage to move forward? How do you manage to rise back up? It is through finding something that makes you happy. Creative expression makes me happy. So I set myself challenges and then I keep to them and I follow that. And it's like every time a little step forward. And once I create something, then it's a total complete thing. Then it makes me happy. It makes me even happier. Then I can also share it with others. I can share this with others and spread the good feeling and spread the experience of how can you find a way to rise back up, because there always is a way, right? There always is a way. So I remind myself forward, upward, and on I go. Forwards, upwards, and on I go. The other thing I was thinking about was how a lot of people say counting down to a specific day or something. And I thought, why do we count down? Why don't we count up? Counting up feels a lot better, So I'm going to use counting up from now on. And actually, if you look at the Advent counts up to Christmas. It counts up. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and up towards the day of Christmas. So why do we always, for everything else, we say it's a countdown, counting down to, you know, I do understand, like, it's like, okay, 4 more sleeps and it's my birthday. So the next one, it's 3 more sleeps and there's less and less and less distance. So the distance feels smaller, but and for looking after my words as well. And I prefer to use counting up. Okay, so I'm going to flip my camera and share with you this creative intelligence journal. And why do I do that? So that I can explain to you a little bit the thoughts behind a challenge like that. And also because I do have a couple of pages at the end that are still open for journaling. And I thought I'll journal actually one. I had stuck in a little note, and it said challenge accepted. So as I was flicking through this in preparation for my Bliss You, you know, I was just going through what I have done before, and then I thought, like, hey, it says challenge accepted, so perhaps I need to talk about this. Challenge accepted, and I will fill those last pages in preparation for Bliss You that opens next week. So, you know, that's me for this week. That's my share for this week. So here we go. We'll flip the camera over to my work table. There we are. Oh, what a mess. So that is my stitching bundle. See, got this one here, got the other one waiting. So we'll put this aside. I have glasses. I have more stitching stuff here. I'm going to put that aside. So we have one thing in the middle, and you can see this better. Yeah, so this is my creative intelligence journal. This was a little journal I found in a op shop, a dollar store. So somebody must have made this out of seed pods at some point, and the pages inside had these little sliding things for, I think it's for photos, you know, or it was meant as a little photo album. So it was empty when I bought it, and I painted the front. I don't know what to do with this yet. I don't know. I made these little lines a little bit gold. I don't know yet. So I've left the back as it is. We'll see. It's a work in progress. A lot of my journals are always a work in progress for a long time until they're totally finished. And then I'm, you know, but sometimes they just stay not completely done. So creative intelligence, I started playing with watercolor. I do love cards. I love making cards because you can use them, you know. Cards you can use as little, you can put them in a mirror, near a mirror. You can use them as affirmation cards. You can put them in an altar. You can put them in a journal like this. Right, so what I did was I just made little cards and I slid them in because I didn't really want to add photos. I wanted to do something creative, so I made them. This one says Magic Awaits. This is one that I made. When did I make this? 2021, I think. I love this one. It has a portal and it has a Magic Awaits, like a way there, a path. I often use this. I often put this somewhere, and then to remind myself that magic awaits. I need to believe. So creative intelligence. I started playing with watercolor, and so this is the title page, and it has letters here, and I write in the sides as well. You will see. So there's an index. I made an index because there were enough pages to do this. The challenge was 14 days. Yes, it was a 2-week challenge. And so look, I do combine journaling, written journaling with illustrations. And so they are personal to me. And the prompts to go with the creative intelligence. Creative intelligence, I think I have it available as a small course that you can just pick up for very little. It's a set of 14-day prompt series that will get you into creating, into connecting with your own creative intelligence. So yeah, so there's journaling and illustration to go with that, and they're all from a prompt. So the prompts I have in the index, I've written down the prompt here, and then so I can look back at how the prompt showed itself for me. And I use a lot of gold because I feel like we need to shine. We need to shine. There's a little play with an elastic band. A little bit of stitching. See, I love using stitching. Can you see that? There's some stitching here. Web. I like a web, so I've got some writing, painting, stitching, combine it all, bring it all together, and yeah, that's me. And a quote, even Einstein said creativity is intelligence having fun. So here you go, creative intelligence, adding a little bit tag from a cup of tea, and playing with Indian ink. There's another portal, another web, another waterfall. I don't know how you can see. You can translate it your way, however you see it. A lot more writing. So, you know. And then there were a couple of pages left over. One, two, three, 4 pages were left over. 4 spaces for cards. So I added this. And so since I put this tag, I don't know, I think I made this at one point for a little photo scene, and I just stuck this in here, and it almost indicates there is a next chapter. There is another part, another step forward, right? I've done these 14 prompts. I finished those. And now there is space for more. And so what will be that more? So I think I'll leave this one as it is. I may paint this one in color, and then I am going to write on this one. So I'm going to just take this out. What I do is I do automatic writing. I call it automatic writing. What it is basically is, yeah, this is a bit of a bundle now, how it's thick like this. I begin writing. I touch the paper, the substrate with my pen or my pencil, and I start writing, and I don't let go. I keep the connection going until the page is full. And oftentimes people tell me, like, what do I write? What do I write about? And I don't know either. You know, when I begin, I don't know yet. When there is a prompt, I can say, okay, start with the prompt. Say the prompt is, what are my thoughts about yellow? Then you can say, what are my thoughts about yellow? Yellow makes me happy. Yellow is the sun. Yellow is blah, blah, blah. You know, you can just start whatever comes to your mind. The thoughts, you just write them out. So like today, I have not set myself a prompt yet. What I can do is like, okay, so this one here says challenge accepted, right? This one says challenge accepted. That's the next chapter. It feels like the next chapter is the challenge is accepted. I have accepted the challenge. So let's just write about that. I may just start like, I'm accepting the challenge for the next step. Here I am, and that matters. The next step is forward. Where do I go? Blah, 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 blah. And then I can just keep writing whatever comes, whatever comes. It's like opening the floodgates. You begin, without judgment, you just keep writing until the page is full. And then you're done. And then I may find a color that I like to paint, like I've done in these pages here, where I added watercolor to complete the background for this. And then I may even put a little image here. I don't know yet. I haven't decided yet, but that's what I'm going to do, is the writing part. And so if there's at any time that you feel stuck, that you feel overwhelmed, that you feel a certain kind of fear or anxiety for something, you just don't feel, you know, completely comfortable in your own skin, start writing. Take a moment, slow down, start writing, and let your thoughts flow. Let your thoughts, your emotions, whatever comes through you, flow. And then think about it. This here, this moment, you matter, and the next step is forward. So see it as a release. Okay, so that is what I really wanted to share with you today. And then I'll come back another time, sharing a little bit more of the creative background behind the scenes, what's going on in my life, and that perhaps may help you too. Okay. And yes, always trust yourself. Trust your creative intelligence. Just do what feels good. Yeah? Begin with yourself. Begin with you and make your dreams come true. See you next time.